Howdy, folks. Brad coming at you here with a little baseball mail day. Before I get into that, Dolphins lost a tough one on Sunday night. I don't think I made a video after the Thursday one. Well, we got our butt kicked by the Ravens, which sadly I called that because that's what they do to us. But I felt a little better against the Raiders. I was like, this is going to be a tight one, and if it's tight, I like our chances. Well, we just couldn't make the plays necessary. Big plays of the game. A lot of you watched it since it was a Sunday night game, or hopefully you didn't. It actually wasn't a bad game to watch. Really, it wasn't that bad. Cutler was actually pretty sharp. 6-3. We do an onside kick. We get it. We're driving inside the 20. Kenyon Drake fumbles. Raiders go down and score 10-6. So there's one big swing early on. But you still have plenty of time to get over that. Our defensive line did not perform last night. That Raiders offensive line looked like the offensive line from the year prior because they really have not been playing up to potential all year. They pretty much had our way with us 95% of the time. Carr got pressured maybe, 4 times? I mean, it was ridiculous. He had all day to throw to Jared Cook, mainly. Hey, you want to cover Jared Cook? Guess not. So that was frustrating. The defensive line, because we are so dependent on that front four. We rotate, play 8 guys. But if they're getting beat, we're going to get beat. That's just plain and simple. Our back half is not good enough to withstand lack of pressure. So that was that. 20-16. Sue makes that good play on Derek Carr, one of the few plays they did make in the game. We get the ball around midfield. We get a 31-yard pass play to Damian Williams. Or not. A holding. Kills that drive, right? Punt it back. Defense actually gets another stop. So they played 2 good stretches. It really wasn't a stop. It was more of the Raiders just not catching the ball, so they had to punt. So I'm like, all right, we got it this time. First play, like a 6-yard run. Nope, holding. Killed that drive. Because our offense is not built for 1st and 20, But, yeah, those were kind of the key things. And then, we scored late. But Raiders just a little better. Still having trouble getting plays down the field. Like I said, Cutler was pretty sharp. We didn't lose that game because of him, that's for darn sure. Like I said, the penalties at just the wrong times. Sometimes you can have penalties and they don't really kill you. We just had him, it took away big plays. It just, they were at the wrong time, it seemed like. But, yeah, we're not usually a heavily penalized team, but last night they definitely cost us. And like I said, lack of pressure on Carr, too, was... Raiders' offensive line won that battle, therefore they won the game. But, I thought we needed to go 2-1 in this primetime stretch where we had 3 straight primetime games. Next Monday night against the Panthers. That one could just be ugly for both sides. I don't know. Like, the Raider game was actually alright to watch, I thought. I actually thought that was semi-entertaining. Panther game's going to be ugly. I think it's going to be another tight one. But I think you're going to see a few turnovers in that one. But, yeah, disappointing. Doesn't have a feel at all of a playoff team, for sure. I'm not liking it. Our interior, well, I told you I was worried about our guard spots to start the year. They stink. You guys seen it. Our guards stink. So, we got to address that. We got to figure out something. But it looks like we're going to be 7-9, 8-8. That's what it's looking like. So, anyway, to the 5-star baseball. I did one break of Immaculate Soccer that came out, which is a nice, cool product, I like Immaculates. I only did one break, and I did go hitless. So there you go. See, I go hitless, too. But I just had trouble finding a good team I thought was worth the price. Good value. started doing my research, and I'm like, I ain't gonna pay that for that team, and so on and so forth. So I just kind of stayed away from it, not because it wasn't good. It was just because it was very risky. It was very. I just could not find a value that I was comfortable with. So, and since I don't collect it, I just stayed away from it. But it's a fine product. Just like I said, I just couldn't find a team or teams that I would like to buy. But there was one product that came out. I think I've said this before. Baseball is probably the easiest product to group break. Well, to pick the teams to group, in group breaking. At least for me, it is. Basically, every product has 8 teams that are even worth taking in baseball. Topps Baseball, they don't. Some of it's just by chance. I don't. They definitely don't make a conscious effort to make sure every team, got. It always just varies, but it always seems like there's about 8 viable teams. And in 5-star, it ain't much different. There was only about 4 teams I was willing to buy, and this is what you'll see. So I did 2 breaks with each of these teams. I said I'll just do 2, 2, and 2. Some of them were together, like I had Braves, Cubs, but 2 breaks with each of them. Did very well. This is a tough group break product, though, because there's only 16 cards. So already 14 teams are getting nothing before you even start the break. And then you're going to have duplicate teams. So you're looking at sometimes 8 teams hitting in a whole product, in a whole case. So it could be even less sometimes, but So it's definitely risky, but I had a pretty good feel for the team. So first one was Cubs. I only hit 1 card in 2 cases with the Cubs. But the 1 card I hit was nice. This is the blue parallel number to 25, sadly a redemption of Kris Bryant. So yeah, I only had to hit 1. It was the 25. I'll take it. They were kind of my 3rd team on the list. Because here's how I rank them, by the way, if you want to go buy them. This is based on what you have to pay for them and what you can get. Astros, Braves, Cubs, Red Sox. Those are your 4. So, just in case you're wondering. That's how I'd rank them. But Kris Bryant, 25, redemption. This year's design does not even sniff last year's, unfortunately. I don't know what the heck they were thinking, especially with this base silver design. The base versions, they do not pop. Even in person, you can see it better in person. But with a product like this, you want that autograph to pop. You want the picture, autograph, bam. Because there's nothing else to it, And I don't think they really pulled that off with this one. Dansby Swanson. See what I'm saying? They put the 5-star in the background. And then the autograph. Like I said, you can see it a little better in person. But, yeah, I give them a D on that design. I don't think they thought that one through. So, like I said, it does pop up a little better in person. I'm trying to... There you go. It isn't like you can't see the autograph or anything. It's just... To me, it doesn't make the autograph pop. Which, to me, in a product like this, that's the whole idea. So, don't really like the base design to that. All the rest of the cards are awesome. Like, your silver graphs, your golden graphs. You'll see a patch auto. Those are all fantastic. But the base design, yeah. Hit 2 Freddie Freemans. 1 to 50, the purple. And 1 to 25, the blue. The thing they did do good is 90% of the time, I would say, there was only a few times where I saw this didn't happen, is if there's a redemption card in the box, it's the 3rd card. So they'll still give you 2 regular autographs plus the redemption card in the middle. So that's something that companies should start doing more often. So props to Topps on that one. you are at least getting 2 autographs plus your redemption card, which is the way it should be in my opinion. If you got to put redemptions in there, I understand some guys just won't sign yet or something, or maybe they do 1 signing a year, 2 signings a year. But I like that where you're still getting 2 live autographs, and then they throw in the redemption as well. Now, a lot of times your 2 autographs aren't going to be great if it's a good redemption, but still you're getting 2 live autographs. And I like that. The purple, numbered to 50, good announcer and great pitcher, John Smoltz. See what I'm saying about the base design? It's like I said, it'll show up a little better in person. There you go. That's probably the best shot I can get to you on camera. That's what it'll look like. Like I said, not horrible, but just, I don't think they thought that one through all the way. But nice nonetheless, John Smoltz. And then now the best one for the Braves. This is the green, numbered to 15. This case I was in was the worst case I did. This was the case hit by far. I was in, like 3 or 4 different ones. And this was the worst case. But this was the case hit by far. 4 of 15. Now this one, because of the color background, it looks better. Chipper Jones. See where the autograph pops? Because it's not the silver. It's like a gold background. And the autograph pops. So it'd be fine if they all looked like that. Because that's an awesome card. So like I said, it's just those base and those silver ones that it doesn't do the job. But like that looks awesome. Hey, and I think that's a good 10. Isn't that what you guys always say about Chipper? Oh, I don't know if he finished the 10. Uh-oh. But pretty good nonetheless. So the green, numbered to 15. So pretty pumped about that. That was nice. And then now on to the best team in the product for me is the Astros. Now often people will look and be like, well yeah, the Astros are the best. They have the most hits. Just because a team has hits doesn't mean they're good. Plenty of teams have hits in products that aren't any good. They don't have any value. Yeah, they're hits, but they stink. The thing about the Astros, well, obviously they're hot right now. But none of their players are really case hits. So it isn't like, let's say a Mike Trout came out for box 1. It doesn't eliminate any of their players from being in the other 7 boxes. So you're alive in all 8 boxes with all the guys. So that also makes a difference. So just little tips for you. People always wonder, like, well, you do so good in group breaks. Well, you just, like I said, do your research. And you won't hit every time. I go hitless too, just like anyone else. But over time, you're not going to get raped. So I hit 2 base versions of this. Jose Altuve. Jose. And this just shows you, like, with group breaking, this is 2 breaks. There was 5 Astro cards out of 32, Jose Altuve, number 2. Both good autographs. Little mini-me there. What is he, like 5'6" or something? It really doesn't say, but I know he's something like that. He's shorter than I am. And then I thought this was cool, because this was a guy growing up I liked. This was 7 of 50. Jeff Bagwell. So, very nice. Jeff Bagwell. Oh, that was pretty sweet. And then, I believe this guy was the MVP of the World Series. This is the blue. So basically, the blue and under is when the cards start looking good. They put the gold background on the blue and under, apparently. Like that, the autograph pops. 13 of 25, George Springer. Awesome. And then last but not least, these are my favorite cards in the product. The Jumbo Patch Autograph Set. Seems like you get 1 a case, on average. It seems like you get about 1 a case. This is 24 of 25 jumbo patch of Carlos Correa. So, boom. That's all I got. So, 5-star, treated me so well. Immaculate Soccer. Like I said, I only did one break. That did not treat me well. Oh, I had a horror story on eBay, though. I've been very lucky selling on eBay through the years. My first douchebag got me this week. As you guys all know, Deshaun Watson got hurt, right? And I didn't get to show you this break. I had a break with the Texans, hit a Blue Wave autograph, sold that for a pretty good coin. That one's been fine. Haven't heard anything of that. But I had a Blue Wave refractor, just non-autograph, sold for $50. Yeah, his stuff was hot. This is right after the Seattle game. So I buy it, ship it out, he gets it. I think the news came out Thursday, right? Friday morning, I wake up to return request. Bought the wrong item. Oh, I saw that coming. Oh, gosh. I was like, I'm just glad it wasn't the autograph, the real expensive one. But I was like, what a douche monkey. So obviously I blocked that guy. But there's nothing you can do. I mean, you got to, got to take it back either way. It doesn't really matter whether you want to or not. So I've had my first eBay. I've sold quite a bit on eBay, and I've been very fortunate with. I've not ever had I don't know if you'd really call him a scammer because he's sending the card back, but to me that's ridiculous. But something you always got to keep in mind when you are selling on eBay, something you're always afraid of. A guy gets hot, then gets hurt, bam. So that was kind of douchebaggery, but so there's my eBay story. That's 17 minutes. That's long enough. If you watched, I appreciate it. If not, I still appreciate you. Bye-bye. Love you all.